What's up, folks? I can't step back any further. I'll show you here in a minute why. But I have a complete system minus the turntable here and CD player. So I guess it's not a complete system. What we have is we have a Pioneer receiver, Pioneer tape deck, and a Pioneer equalizer. The receiver is a VSX-511S. The tape deck is a CT-W451R. And the graphic equalizer is a GR470. Okay, we have those three components that we're going to test out. Just real quick here, I'm going to show you, this is the way I got it. So it looks like somebody's already been in the tape deck. And with these three pieces, I have the speakers. The speakers are CS-M555s. It has a 10-inch. Yeah, it looks like about a 10. I didn't measure it. But you can see there's some moldies on the speaker, but the suspension is still really good. And that's all still good. Dust cap's good. And there's the numbers. Now these may look kind of familiar because what I'm running, what I'm running in the garage is Pioneer CS-551s. And I didn't get the grills with mine. Well, these are mine too, but the ones I'm using, I didn't get the grills. So you can see that one better. So that's why they're out here. I use them. Good. They're really good speakers. I pound the hell out of them with CDs and records. But what we have to do here is we need to test all this out. I'm probably going to say that the receiver and the equalizer are good, but I'm figuring the tape deck is the one we're going to have to be working on. But yeah, the receiver, this is kind of an audio video stereo, kind of like a home theater as well. So it is it's a little newer. You know, you have your VCRs 1 and 2, your LD, I don't know, or LO, looks like an LD. Your TV, tape 1 and data, and tape 2 monitor, CD, tuner, and phonograph. So you know it's not real old because you still have tape and your record player on there. Record player? Yeah, your phonograph. The tape deck, full logic control. Tape 2, deck 2 has auto reverse. Deck 1 doesn't. They look, if you're not familiar, you can see that the head on this one will swap around and play either way. That's your auto reverse. Nice little tape deck. All the little bells and whistles on it as well for dubbing from one to the other. And off of here, off of your receiver, off of your phonograph, your CD player, whatever. And your equalizer, just your basic 7-band. Nothing real, you know. We'll set this up. Let's see. I think we'll set this up as a kind of the basic smiley. That's usually where I end up with them anyway. But what we got to do is we got to get everything all hooked up here and see what works and what doesn't work. Like I said, I'm gonna bet that the tape deck doesn't work because somebody's been in it and didn't get the cover put on right. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna get everything all hooked up. You can see on the back of the receiver there's just a mountain of, you know, for your home, for your surround sound, you have your center, your rear, and then your mains are down below here. And all your inputs. I didn't look too hard to see if I could find a date on this. But it says do not open. Okay. Well, if you work, we won't open you. Made in Japan. Okay, let me get this hooked up and we'll see what works and what doesn't work. Alright, I think I got her all straightened out. Let's power. Tuner's on. Let's see, I think we need deck's on. That's on. Equalizer on. Let's see. Tuning. We need to tune it. Play, delay, bass, treble. Okay. Let's see. Auto source, memory, scan. No. Order. What is this one? Yeah, I know. Somebody's already... There it is. Tuning. We need to run that up to 1057. I may still have to put an antenna or something on this. Boy, is that a slow one. Would have been better off to go backwards. 1, 2, 103, 104, 105. 7. Speakers there. Volume? Nothing. Okay. I do have the speakers. Yep, they're hooked up to A. That's A. Boy, isn't this fun? Muting? No. Okay, let me hook an antenna up to this and see if I can get something out of it. Canada, the next greatest hits. 105.7. Alright, I got that working. I had my equalizer hooked up back asswards and I got it straightened around, and now it's working. All that is working. The receiver's working, the EQ's working. Now we need to see if we can get the tape to work, and I think the bottom one, yeah, that is... This will be our tape. I have some sort of whatever here that don't care if something happens to it. Okay, no turny turn. Nope. Deck 1 is a no-go. And deck 2. It's not doing squat either. Let's, oh, do I have something else just in case that is a pile of crap tape. What do we got here? Yeah, that'll be perfect. Little Roy Wiggins, Justin Tubb, and little Jimmy Dickens. What a little Dickens he is. Okay, that's... Oh. And it looks like tape 2 is a no-go. All right. So we know that the deck's not working, which I kind of, you know, pretty much figured that it wouldn't be working. Just because it looks like somebody had already been in it. So we'll have to tear it down. It probably needs belts. Of course, don't they always? So I'm going to play around with this just a little bit more, and then I'm going to call it an evening because it's getting late and I'm getting tired. Alright, yeah, I know. I'm a glutton for punishment on these RCA CD disc changers. But I couldn't resist. That's what I'm using over there. And that one works pretty decent. You have to help the door in and out, the drawer in and out, but, you know, hey, it works, plays really well. Besides that, that's what I had to pay for it. I figured even if it doesn't work, there's a bunch of parts there for mine, because I'm just going to keep mine, or that RCA that I'm using. I mean, like I said, they're cheapo. So I'll just keep it. If this one works and you know, works like it should, then I'll probably take it down for probably 10 or 15 bucks. Maybe somebody else can enjoy it too. But I think before I go in, we're going to test it and see if it works. And see if it's worth the 4 bucks I paid for it. Woohoo! So, hold on just a minute. Let me get that stuffed up under here. Take the tape deck out of there. And we'll see. We'll get her hooked up and see what it does. Alright, so far so good. Like, RCA meet Pioneer. Pioneer RCA. It's kind of like going from driving a, oh, like a Lincoln Continental to a Pinto. Alright, let's see. Oh man, that drawer even actually works. God. There's one. What do you think? Creed's a little rough. I haven't cleaned it yet. Yeah. Metallica. We'll put in Metallica. I think that Metallica. Yeah, Enter the Sandman. That'll be good. Reading 12 tracks. All right, let me play it a little bit more and I'll see how it's going to play out. Alright, next morning, let's get the cover off of this cassette player deck and see if we can figure out what's going on. Why there's no spinny, no play. Because the belts are all broke up. Yeah, belts are all rotted. This one, yeah, that one's off too. So we need to put some belts. Okay, let's see what we need to do. Like we have one. No, looks like we can take the These ones are soldered down to the board. The other ones are not. So we can get the whole front off of this. And then we can get the decks out of it. Let's see, I think these, yeah, those are, let me get a little something here. I think those are push. No, I think these are clip. Come on. Oh. And on that side up. That side does not want to pop up. Maybe we'll just work on it with the wires still on it, so as not to break anything. Got 2 screws on that side. See what that, oh, that stays on there. Yeah, really like to get that to release. That's going to be in the way. Let me take a minute and see if I can get those to release. Okay, these are push to release. Just push down on the back side, and those, they come right up off of there. Had to study it for a minute, mess around. Now we can get the decks off of them, off of it without we got all kind of room to work. Okay, I should have to open the door. And Should be able to come right up out of there. Aha! It's got a broken mount. So you can tell this one has been well loved, like being slammed around. Let's get the other side. Same thing, take off the 4 screws, open the door, and she comes right up out of there. Oh, that's nice. That's the eject. Okay. Yeah. These are the same. Yeah, they only go in one way. It's not, doesn't look right. Alright, we'll take a look at that here in a little bit. Okay, got our two decks. Take a look at it and get a plan of attack. Oh, no, it looks like, no, we don't need, we can take that off. It's in the way anyway. Looks like we have 1, 2, 3 screws. What's that? Looks like we got one little one down in there. Yep. Now we should be able to need to take the this connector PCB off of here. And you can see what's left of our belts. Yeah. Just breaking up. So what's nice is we don't know how the belt runs. Looks like there's two belts. We have one that runs we have one belt that runs from here to this bigger. There we go. Gotta clean all that belt off of there. Now that has two. It had two belts on it, that side. Okay, so if we flip that over, geez, just take three. Three belts. The only problem when they're like this is this one is not cut and dry. You know, maybe to some people, where how the belts are routed and how many. Yeah, I just ate up, just wound it all up, what was left of it. There. Okay, I'm going to take a minute. I'm going to get that all cleaned up, all the belt material off of the pulleys, off the drives. Boy, these ones really do come apart, don't they? that, and you got your little bushing. Oops. Make sure. There. Okay. I'm going to take a minute and I'm going to get everything cleaned up. And then I'm going to try and figure out how these belts were routed. Okay, I figured out there is only two belts. There's going to be one longer belt that goes around the motor, and then both of the flyweights. And then there's a little one that comes down to this little guy. But, problem. This one, these weights are not supposed to come out of there unless you unscrew them. Two little screws. And it's broke. So I don't know if someone, you know, don't like the fact that that would be laying in there. It'll go in and hide, you know, up against there, but this is still going to want to flop around in there, and it may make some noise. I don't have any super glue, but I do have Gorilla Glue. And what I'm going to do is I just want to, you can see the plastic here, and here. That's what's supposed to be molded to that. I am just going to put a little bit of Gorilla Glue around each one of those, and then set that back down in and let that cure. It may be a while, but I'll feel a lot better about it. Let's just get, where you at? There you are. You know, there's no tension on them, on these weights, and it's not like it's high speed. So I think, you know, and yes, we're adding a little bit of weight, but not enough to really worry. And I think what I'm going to do, I'll fill the hole where the screw is. And there. Now we need to set this somewhere. I guess I can put it back in the deck. A little spring. Bushing. Now let's that one. We'll let that one sit for a while. It says 1 to 2 hours. It's 80% cured. 24 hours. %100% cured. That's what's left of the belts I took out of that one. And it looks like there's two mounting posts broke. Nope, that one. Oh well, we'll figure that out here in a minute. Yeah, it goes. Let's see where it goes, right in there. But now is that broke too? It looks like it. Man, that deck caught some hell. Let's see what happened. Where you at? There you are. I'm going to try and keep you in the frame. Problem with me is I move around a lot. There, it looks like we have a ground. Well, that's just a retainer for that. I'll fit that one. Yeah. And there's what's left of the belts on that one. Pick them up off of there carefully. And those weights don't come out of there. Let's take those two little screws out. There's that. Okay, now, let's see. It'll be like that. This is the one. Yeah. That one's broke as well. Comes down through and that doesn't come up off of there. Okay, This is deck 1. This is the one that's not auto reverse. So this one is in good shape. I just got everything all cleaned up on it. Got the old belt. Got the belts off of it. Got them all cleaned up. So now let's get a couple of these things start getting this put back together so we can figure out what belt we need. That's too much down there. Just wanted it on the shaft. And put a little grease on the bottom. Like so. Okay, so we know we have one belt. Goes from here to the flyweight. I'm going to call it the flyweight. And then we'll have one off the top of the flyweight. And what we got here? To the motor. That's what drives everything. Those are some flat, and these, yeah, these are regular recorder belts. Alright, it's going to come off the bottom, and so that one has to be on first. So what are we looking like here? Working up on the road. And so you're going to hear them. Hear walkie-talkies. Come on. Want to move it all around, but if I do, you're not going to be able to see what I'm doing. So just kind of bear with the fumbly fingers. There we go. Oh, that's just gorgeous. We got a little bushing here. I'll go over. Yes, I know there's no belt yet, but I want to see if I can get an idea. I think that one. That may be too long. Yeah, I think that one's going to be too long. That motor sits about right there. Yep. So we need something a little smaller. Let's see what that looks like. That may even be a little too long. Yeah. That's more like it. I think I lost my belt. Yep. These can be a lot of fun. Yeah, better go down with it. Damn. Alright, let me fight with that little guy. I'll bring you back. Alright, the trick was putting it on the motor first. And then putting it on that weighted pulley. Went on the first time. It made it a lot easier, and I wasn't about to take it back off and show you. Okay, as soon as you turn the camera on, I know what's going to happen. I'm going to struggle, and I'm not going to get it put back on. And then I'll have to turn the camera off and do it. It's kind of one of those things that if you get it done the first time, feel lucky, and I'll tell you about it. There we go. Alright. Now what do you say we get some alcohol? Is there anything left in that one? Nope. What the hell do I got an empty bottle down there for? That's dumb. Nobody said I was smart anyway, so. Let's see, I need a couple buds on a steak. I want to get Get the head cleaned up on this one. On this deck. Clean him off. Clean him off. Ew. He's dirty. He's a dirty. Clean the pinch roller. Yeah. That was mainly from the pinch roller. Alright. Now, we want just a little bit here. Little there. And a little there. Alright. That one's ready to go back in. One down. The nasty one left. Showed you I glued this back down. That one's glued on. And I tried gluing the mount on the inside of the front cover, but that didn't work out very well. So that's just going to be the way it is. It'll have three. I think either somebody dropped this, but I don't see any marks or any dents or anything. Either that or somebody put a tape in upside down and then slammed it with their hand. That's the only way any of this would have broke that off, knocked that loose, and almost broke the deck out of the front cover. So somebody was a little rowdy in the saddle with it. You know, it happens. But everything's going to be okay. I think we'll be in okay shape as far as... Oops. I need to take those two off. I want to put a little dab there. Put him back down in there. Same with this one. The bushing stayed in there on this one. I am going to go ahead and get this deck ready. Let's see, that one went over there. Drop, drop, a little too much. Alright, this one has to go around both of those. There and there, that will be too tight. still way too tight. That one will work good. Alright, this one I may not have, may be able to put this one on. Let's get her lined up here. What am I? Heck are we hitting on? That's better. I am not going to be able to get in there. I don't think. Let's take our little hook. For starters, I can't see shit. I'm going to have to put this under the light. Alright, let's get our decks put back in. Trying to move forward a little bit now and then to make it a little shorter, because we still have the speakers to clean up. And I may do that, just I'll show you what I'm doing and then I'll get them cleaned up off camera, because oh, this deck took quite a while, a little longer than I was hoping for, but you know that when you get into these you don't know what you're getting into. Alright, that's deck 1. Now deck 2 has the let's see, has the counter on it, And there was no belt on the counter when we opened it up, so we need the belt. Come on, get out of there. I think it's gonna be, not gonna be that one. That one. Alright, so that's gonna go down in there. What are you hitting on? Okay, so it's got to come through there. Yeah, that's right. It's not gonna sit real firm or flat, I should say. Because we're missing one post. Okay, alright, got it all back together. And this is deck 2. Oops, let's turn it on. Play and there she goes. You can see she's playing. Deck 1. And you can see it's playing. I don't want to play it too long without it being hooked up to anything. But, okay, that's done. Now, I need to see that. I think that's just dust. But we definitely got to do something with that ugly mess. I'm going to put that, I think I'll put that up on the bench and we'll see if we can't get that cleaned up. Okay, got a nylon brush, kind of a wire. Oh man, is that probably a couple hundred years of cigarette smoke. Can probably take that ring off. I don't want to use too harsh chemicals or God, that is funk at its funkiest. Yeah, most of this we'll clean up. And I'd like to get that, I think that's mildew. Let me see what I can come up with on this. I want to, let's see. Let's try just a damp sponge. See if that'll take. Sorry about that, I keep dipping the camera down. That doesn't look too bad. And we'll let that dry off and see how it looks. A little bit of wet on that cardboard's not going to hurt it. I'm not soaking it, so it's not soaking in. Let's see if we can't clean that tweeter up a little. And the mid. not bad. I think I'll be able to get that cleaned up. Okay, next thing is getting the grills clean. Grill, not grills. I think the same thing. I think I'm going to take it over and hit it with some grease lightning, get it all cleaned up, and then set it outside to dry.
Children then told me they're all doing fine, and if I could remember.
Alright, both decks are working. I was playing around with some other tapes. The first one was Gordon Lightfoot, and this one's somebody made little Ray Wiggins, Justin Tubbs, and then little Jimmy Dickens. That one's working. Gordon Lightfoot. So we got everything working here. EQ is good, tape deck good, and our tuner, which is good. Let's put it on tuner. So that's good too. Speakers cleaned up. Really nice. So did the grills. So it's all ready to go. I got all the cords for it, speaker wire, component cables. So yeah, looks good. So that's going to do it for this video. Finally got everything all squared away on it. The tape deck, I let that play on both sides for over an hour on both sides, both decks, and it working really good. So I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. And I hope to see you on the next one. Till then, don't forget to hit the like button. See ya.